It gives me great joy to come your way again in this episode of Marriage That Works, where we have the mandate to help put your family in the right perspective, God's perspective, by teaching and encouraging values which we believe that will help transform your marriage from that necessary evil it appears to be right now to what God intends for you. To take us further in our quest to building lasting marital relationships, we shall be considering what affirmations are and their effects on our marriages. Affirmations play a vital role in all marriages and relationships. I call it the glue that holds two people strongly together and for a long time. It is emphasizing those uniqueness and special traits you both saw in each other at the beginning of your relationship that endeared you to each other. The emotional bond between you and your spouse, when you learn to affirm and validate each other, is such a strong and an enviable one. Although, quite unfortunately, as our relationships grow, we become complacent and easily forget about affirmations, assuming that our spouses already know how we feel about them. Little wonder in many marriages, romance has become an alien, making married life so boring for the partners as each only observe routines and fulfill obligations. The good news, however, is that learning to affirm each other can be so magical in sparking up the light of romance in any marriage, helping couples to see each other differently, thereby bringing healing to any damaged relationship. Affirmations work. Even the grumpiest and most critical human being will feel more upbeat after receiving meaningful affirmations. Has your marriage become stressful and hurting? And your spouse gone cold? A very simple reason might just be that both you and your partner have overlooked all those stuffs that make you fall head over heels in love with each other. So rather than continuing in an unhappy relationship or before packing it up as intended, I suggest you reflect on the following to help you change your perception of your spouse and your relationship. 1. Why were you initially drawn to your spouse? What particular traits or characteristics does he or she possess that you so admired when you were dating or courting? Recall them and turn them into affirmations. Number 2, what words or expressions did you use to describe him or her when you were dating? What poems or songs was he or she used to hearing you sing that made him or her grin? Pick up those words, poems, and songs again to affirm your spouse and see how life can quickly return to your relationship. I tell you something, your relationship is a direct reflection of how you think about it and your spouse. And what affirmations do for you is to help you verbalize the thoughts and emotions that you want to have in the relationship. Repeatedly affirming your spouse daily also has the following advantages and more. 1, it helps you break the pattern of negative thoughts, words, and actions towards your spouse. Number 2, it helps you to behave in a way that creates a strong and loving bond with your partner. 3, it helps you see your partner through the eyes of love and compassion. Number 4, it makes you happier in your relationship. Number 5, it makes you want to seek a win-win situation in disagreements. Number 6, it teaches you to accept your partner the way he or she is and releasing him or her from the burden to change. 7, it helps you to see the blessing in your relationship. What kinds of thoughts fill your heart when you think about your spouse? Positive or negative? Do you choose to see the best in him or her, or have you rather focused on his or her flaws? Remember, how you see your spouse determines largely how you respond to him or her, and whether your relationship will be a healthy and happy one or a miserable one. By consciously affirming your spouse regularly, you increase the health and positive energy that your union needs to survive. So I encourage you to cultivate the habit of affirming your spouse regularly. Till I come your way again in my next video. Peace be upon your home.